What's up YouTube? We're here to review the new Olight Odin weapon mounted light. We're going to go over a couple of quick features and then review some comparisons between this new light as well as the M2R Pro, the Warrior X Pro, and the Seeker 2 Pro. So without further ado, let's get started. This is the pressure pad switch for the new Odin series light. This is again magnetic tail cap that moves forward to lock in place. And again, you can lock in place and pull. It's not coming off. Or it can just pull down, clicks, and comes right off. Again, snap, lock in place, and achieves that by these little circles in there that pop out once it's slid forward and locked back down. This switch is only compatible with the Odin lights. When it's activated simply by that pressure pad, it is not compatible with the Warrior X Pro. It doesn't lock in place, it's pretty wobbly. Also, it does not work with the M2R Pro. Again, wobbly, no solid connection. However, previous typical pressure pad switch mounts, the RWX07, does work, again, with the M2R Pro, the standard Warrior X Pro, and also with the new Odin. So there's no problems as far as reverse compatibility for the old switches. However, the new switches will only work with the Odins. To detach the light from the mount, simply push the button on the side of the mount to release the light. Additionally, this system also allows you to mount the light at a 90-degree angle, giving you multiple options for different positions to mount your light. To reinsert the light, you do not have to utilize the push button. It's only for removal. The light will slide in with just a little bit of force, and once the light is reinserted into either sight within the mount, the light is locked firmly in place. After a few repetitions of removing and reattaching the light, the process goes relatively quickly and can be done within a few mere seconds. When mounted, the Odin has a very sleek profile and protrudes less than 2 inches. Here I would like to compare some of the weights between some of the lights that are commonly used on most weapon platforms. I'll first start with the M2R Pro that weighs in right around 6.3 ounces. Then switching to the heavier the lights, we're going to move on to the Warrior X Pro that uses a little bit heavier system, has farther throw, and that comes in around 8.3 to 8.4 ounces. The Odin, on the other hand, is the lightest of all the lights. Again, similar to the M2R Pro in weight, this one comes in about 6.1 ounces and is the lightest of all three. Odin, M2R Pro, Odin, M2R Pro, M2R Pro on right, Odin on left. Again, Odin on left, low mode, M2R Pro on right, on low, and full clicks on both. Odin on left, M2R Pro on right. Odin on left, Odin, M2R Pro, full clicks, Odin, M2R Pro. Odin M2R Pro. Odin half click. Warrior X Pro half click. Odin Warrior X Pro. Odin full click. Warrior X Pro full click. Odin full click. Warrior X Pro full click. Odin left. Warrior X Pro right. Odin Warrior X Pro. Odin Warrior X Pro. Odin Warrior X Pro. Odin half click. Seeker 2 Pro at 3 dots. 1 dot. 2 dot. 3 dot. And bright mode. Click it up for the Odin 2. Odin bright mode. Seeker 2 Pro bright mode. Odin Seeker 2 Pro. Odin Seeker 2 Pro. Odin Seeker 2 Pro. And the Odin. One of the things that's also nice to consider is the finish of the light itself. Overall, it's very comparable to currently offered products such as the M2R Pro or Warrior X Pro in the black finish, and it appears very nice. But as far as matching other AR-15 parts, I found that it did not quite match nearly anything of that which I owned. It's quite a bit darker and a little bit shinier, more of a glossy finish in comparison to many of the other top name brands such as Aero Precision, BCM, EOTech, Vortex, Geisley, so on and so forth, even Palmetto, just a number of different gun parts that was a little bit darker, a little bit shinier, more reflective. So just something to keep in mind, but again, it still flowed very well with the gun and looked really great. Well, thanks for watching the video. I hope this was helpful and informative to you in making your decision about purchasing a new Odin light. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I will do my best to answer as I can. Thanks.